Hello everybody, my name is Dallin Offhand Disney if you'd like. There has never been a better time to be a Disney hater, a Disney complainer than it is right now. This week has been the best time to air your grievances over ABC or the Walt Disney Company or Disney Parks or Disney Plus. This is the time to do it. So if you have any complaints, please be sure to leave them down in the comments below. But I wanted to talk about something that's a bit different than Jimmy Kimmel because my videos go live on Saturday and he came back on Tuesday. So that's old news. I wanted to rant about some lighthearted things. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about some things that ultimately, in the grand scheme of everything here, don't really matter that much. Let's talk about some Disney parks qualms that I have, because my opinion is also important. It's very important, I think. Right? This is just going to be a sort of semi-unscripted rant video. I wanted to talk about some things that really grind my gears at the Disney park. And why not start with spooky season? I'm wearing my spooky shirt. It's the second day of fall outside as I record this. The wind is blowing. It's getting a little bit colder. The leaves are falling. The ghosts and ghouls are coming out to socialize. And the Halloween parties have started up. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at the Magic Kingdom and Oogie Boogie Bash at Disney California Adventure. Unfortunately, these parties are just not what they used to be. They used to be fun, fresh, and new. And now, recently, as the years have gone by, I've found myself sort of jaded toward the Halloween parties, especially Oogie Boogie Bash. That leaves a lot to be desired from me, but Mickey's Not So Scary also. I think there are ways they could improve these Halloween parties, very specific ways that I will talk about in a second, but something needs to be done because it's getting old and it's getting repetitive at this point. Allow me to explain more over here. Things are always spooky. I mean, come on, look at this Hatbox ghost. What in the world were they thinking? But we're here to have fun and not fret about our future. Let's move on to some lower stakes complaints. Some good old-fashioned ranting, because Disney has been doing pretty good in the parks department, I think, for the past couple of years. But there are some things that just grind my gears. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Let the record show. But it was a happy accident. And we'll start with what inspired this entire video to begin with. The Halloween parties. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at the Magic Kingdom and Oogie Boogie Bash at Disney California Adventure. Man, they're not hitting the same way they have been. Do you know what I mean? I remember back in, I think it was 2023, not last year, but the year before that, if you didn't get an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket on the day they went up for sale for the public, you were not going to Oogie Boogie Bash. They sold out within, I think, 2 days. It was very, very quick. And now, skip ahead 2 years later, and the Oogie Boogie Bash tickets do still sell out. It's not like you can go to Oogie Boogie on a whim and just, go that night, buy a ticket, and then head into DCA for the party. But tickets sold out just last month, 1 month ago as of me recording this, on August 22nd. That's almost 2 full months of tickets being available for Oogie Boogie Bash. So you can see a bit of a decline in demand there. I mean, they are all sold out now, so I guess it happened eventually, but it was a lot slower this year. Meanwhile, Not So Scary is slower to sell out every single year, and as of me recording this, I have to say that you can still buy a ticket for, September 30th? That is the last night remaining, but they are still available. Maybe not as of the Saturday you're watching this, but you know what I mean. We can talk ticket sales all day, but what I really want to complain about when it comes to the Halloween parties is what happens when you step inside. Disney, especially at Mickey's Not So Scary, I would argue isn't really doing enough to get return visitors back into these Halloween parties. I've been to one recently. I believe I went in September of 2024. It was a good time. I'm in no rush to go back. Oogie Boogie Bash, I think, is an even bigger victim of this. I've been to, I think, 2 or 3 Oogie Boogie Bashes, and it's fine, but a new character every year isn't really enough to get me wanting to clamor back, to wait in that queue, that virtual queue, to get the tickets on the day that they drop. Something needs to happen. Something needs to change. Treat trails are fine. Wearing your costumes into the park, that's fine. Villains Grove is pretty good, although it stays the same year after year, so I find myself less and less incentivized to visit it. This is my rant, okay? It doesn't have to make sense, but the Halloween parties, for me at least, are getting kind of boring. There needs to be something new, something completely new, not just Syndrome, not just the Boo to You or Halloween Parade. Those are fine. There needs to be something brand new. Then again, everything that's new is old again at some point, so if Disney adds another sort of Villains Grove-esque area, that will eventually get old in 2 to 3 years, and then we'll be right back to square one. I think, and what I'm going to say is might sound crazy to a couple of people, but I think Disney might want to take a page out of Universal's book and do a scare house. Maybe not a super scary, Terrifier 2 scare house, but a scare house. They do something sort of similar, or they did something sort of similar in Hong Kong Disneyland. There was an Alice in Wonderland themed scare house. There was a Pinocchio themed scare house. These were officially licensed by Disney, and they were pretty creepy. I don't see why, Disney should be scared of bringing these to the States. Zombie Captain America was spooky. Have a Marvel Zombies themed maze. That would be awesome in Avengers Campus. Build a temporary structure in the Hyperion Courtyard where you wait for the shows, or you did wait for like Rogers the Musical and Frozen and Aladdin. Not anymore though, there's nothing in there. Put it in stage 12 or stage 17. It's not like there's not room back there in the Hollywood backlot for multiple, at least 2 scare houses. Haunted houses, I don't know what you call them, mazes, where the actors jump out and then they yell at you and then they go back into hiding, that sort of thing. That's just an idea though. Disney needs to do something to get those repeat visitors back to Oogie Boogie Bash and the Halloween party, because the Halloween party, caters to people from out of town. It's Walt Disney World. But Oogie Boogie Bash specifically, I've talked to other content creators in the space whose job it is to go to these special events and to document them. Some of them are skipping Oogie Boogie this year because it's the same. What is there to film? What is there to do? You've seen it all at this point. Scare houses are just an example. Disney needs to do something to get those repeat visitors back into the Halloween parties. I don't know exactly what that is, but again, this is a rant. I don't have to think any of this through. I just get to have fun and complain this week because that's what we're doing. Okay, now that we've talked about the spooky stuff, let's move on to operations, the boring part. I mean, boring if you consider me whining about not ever in my life being able to see Pandora at nighttime boring, because look at how beautiful this is. But sorry, you can't see this because the park closes before the sun even starts going down. Okay, if you want to see this, you gotta pay. You see, Disney used to do things like moonlight magic for the DVC members at Disney's Animal Kingdom. They also used to do extended evening hours at Animal Kingdom. Not so much anymore. They haven't really done it post-COVID, since the before times. They still do it at Magic Kingdom and Epcot, Hollywood Studios. Those parks still do have the after hours where you get free Coke products and Mickey bars and popcorn, and all of the lines are shorter. I think they should just go that extra step and extend the hours, even by just 1 hour for all of the parks. Have Epcot close at 10, Hollywood Studios at 10, Magic Kingdom at 11, and then Animal Kingdom closes at 8 p.m. I know it's a bit of a special case because the animals, right? Animal Kingdom is a special kind of park. It's not a zoo, and the animals have to have some breathing room, some space. You can't have big nighttime spectaculars at Animal Kingdom. So close Africa, sure. Close all of Asia even if you have to. I know Everest is there and it's a very popular ride, but close it down if you have to. Keep Pandora, most importantly, Discovery Island, and I guess what's left of Dino Land open for guests to explore and enjoy after hours, after the sun has gone down, even just for a little bit. I think that would make a massive difference. Disneyland, you're doing good. Disney World, you gotta extend those hours because 6 p.m. park closures, that's not gonna cut it anymore. I need to stay until at least 8 p.m. Then I can go back to the resort and drink mint juleps until I pass out. But until then, keep those parks open. It's getting crazy to me. Let's see, what do we have next on the list here? What do we have next? Closing of the Rivers of America. It's not really anybody's fault. I mean, it might be my fault. Might be Josh Damar's fault. Well, it's probably both of our faults, but that's not something I can control. I could go on and on for hours about Haunted Mansion Holiday and how it's here way too early, most years, this year included, and how it overstays its welcome. The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. The very first scene, granted, yes, takes place during Halloween, but the rest of it is the lead up to and then the events of Christmas, okay? It's a Christmas movie. We don't need Haunted Mansion Holiday to open its doors in August. That seems a bit early, and I'm not one for harping on people for decorating, right after Thanksgiving or even before Thanksgiving for Christmas or starting in August for Halloween. I just think that the vibe of the ride is very Christmassy. It's a gingerbread house in the Great Hall. It's a great gingerbread house and it smells like gingerbread, but I don't know too many people cracking open the old gingerbread house. Do you crack open a gingerbread house on Halloween night? But I won't bore you with rehashing videos that I've been making for the past, apparently 6 years. There's 3 different videos: Haunted Mansion Holiday, Corruption of a Classic, I was wrong about Haunted Mansion Holiday, and then the Haunted Mansion Holiday situation. All of those it's covering this issue that I have with it being around far too long. Go watch those if you agree with me that it's around for far too long, or if you disagree with me, because that's even more fun in the comments. But we're talking ops in this video. Let's talk about park ops that I find slightly annoying. And this one I have to preface with a little bit of a disclaimer, okay? I love our security guard cast members. I love the in-park security, of course, because they are responsible for de-escalating a stupid amount of fights and people hopping off of living with the land for some reason, or bathing in water features in the past couple of years. So nothing but my utmost respect to these people. They're wonderful. Bag check cast members, the same goes to you. You are all making sure we're safe and we're able to have fun at the happiest or most magical place on earth. They are all wonderful. And the next time you see a security cast, you know what? No, actually, next time you see any cast member, just say thank you, okay? Because they work really, really hard to bring the magic to us every single day. I'm gonna come right out and say it though, Disney World's bag check is far superior to Disneyland's. It's not even close, and I'm starting to get a little bit anxious about Disneyland bag check. Now, I usually get 2 kinds of responses when I'm talking about Disneyland bag check being just not very good. And one of them is fair. It's totally fine and I totally understand. The other one is stupid. And it's a dumb reason, and you should feel stupid for that being your reason why security is the way that it is. The stupid reason is that that's just the way that it is. You visit during a peak hour of the day or a peak season, you're gonna have to wait 45 minutes to an hour in line for security. Even if it's not a peak day, it's gonna be 20 minutes to get through. That's just what it is. That's just how it's gotta be. And that's stupid, and you're stupid for saying that. It doesn't have to be that way. Just because that's the way that it is doesn't mean that that's the way that it has to be. I'm getting angry now. I'm getting angry at this imaginary person in my head. The other reason is that is the union's choice. That is what the security guard union wants the bag check experience to be. And to that, I appeal to you, security union. Please make it more efficient. I can't wait 35 minutes in the security line every time just to get to the front and see that there were actually 3 other lanes and that nobody really knows what's happening. I just hate it. It's a miserable experience. Disney, if you're watching this, you never send me surveys, please. Please, it doesn't have to be the scanners that you have at Disney World, but we gotta try something else here. We gotta do something different, because this is not working. This is really bad. Again, a second disclaimer for those of you who weren't paying attention. This is not the cast members' fault. Be nice to them. They're absolutely lovely people, and I actually know a few security guards who do watch my channel. If you're watching this right now, hello. Thank you. Man, something needs to be done because it's getting out of control, especially with the higher influx of guests that are starting to come in post-COVID. Something needs to happen. Okay, next rant. I'm sorry, I'm still looking through the old tome here. I can't seem to find the next rants. All of this is just super unimportant stuff that nobody cares about. And, oh, wait. Nope, this is it right here. Chapter 4, Waffles. Okay, you didn't think I'd care as much about waffles as I do, but I have a very, very big bone to pick with Disney when it comes to waffles, namely Sleepy Hollow refreshments in Liberty Square at the Magic Kingdom. If you follow me on Twitter, you know where I'm going with this, but something has changed recently, something that I just cannot abide, something that just infuriates me to my very core, something so important, something so earth-shatteringly cataclysmic that it bears talking about in this video for as long as I have time to do. Disney got rid, that's right, they got rid of the fruit Nutella waffle at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. Some of you might be confused right now, and those of you who are confused, it's, fine for you to be confused about this. You look at the menu right now, you see Mickey waffles with fruit and Mickey waffles with Nutella, but that is not what I'm talking about, my friend. This is so much more important, okay? The old formula. It's gone. Here's what we have now for those of you still confused. Fruit, Mickey waffle, Nutella, or hazelnut spread. Sorry, you don't want to get in trouble here. Mickey waffle. Here is what we used to have. You see the fruit, you see the Nutella, it's all on there. Oh, Sorry, hold on. Sorry, everyone, I'm getting a call. Let me just step aside. I gotta take this here real quick. Hi there, Offhand Enterprises. Dallin Offhand speaking, President and COO of Offhand Enterprise. What's that? Sorry. I'm making a total fool out of myself? They brought it back. They brought it back a couple months ago. I'm late on the train. Oh. Well, I guess these videos do work. All right, well, thank you. Okay, goodbye. Who is this again? Eisner. So, this is kind of embarrassing. I suppose we should get on to the next rant, though. Just to move ahead, keep looking forward, as Walt used to say. One very large final complaint I have for the Walt Disney Company that I think is a good one to end the video off on right now. Ready? You're not ready. Here we go. The Hatbox ghost in the endless hallway scene in Disney World's Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion is absolutely driving me crazy. Every time I ride past him, I get this visceral feeling. I see red. I feel nothing but anger and hatred towards this animatronic. And I love this animatronic. That's how much I hate it. Take a look at this distinguished animatronic. See how nice he is. See how he's located in the attic scene for both the original version of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland and for Haunted Mansion Holiday. He's so good, they keep him around for Haunted Mansion Holiday. He's got a little sprig of holly there in his hat. He's festive, he's great. Take a look at this monstrosity now. No holly leaf, no attic scene. He's just bolted to the ground in front of the endless hallway. It doesn't make any sense to my brain. I don't think he melds well with the scene, and Disney, I'm gonna keep bringing it up every time I mention the Haunted Mansion and Magic Kingdom. Put him anywhere else. I'm begging you, please. I know it's not a small thing to move the Hatbox Ghost, but please. Even pushing aside the fact that it doesn't super make sense in the Endless Hallway for the Hatbox Ghost to be there because the spirits haven't materialized yet. Leota is the one who does that. It's the stark, well-lit, very crisp, clear blue of the Hatbox Ghost contrasting with the shadowy halls and the reds of the Endless Hallway. It doesn't mesh, man. I don't know. It just looks very bad. Just aesthetically. Now, if this is your first time hearing me rant about this, you must be new here because I do it a lot, very, very often. But the reason why it's not in the attic scene is apparently the attic scene at the Magic Kingdom is built just a little bit differently than it's built at Disneyland. So it's not really safe or stable for the Hatbox Ghost to go in the exact same location you find him at Disneyland. And you know what? Fine. That's totally okay. If he can't go exactly where he is at Disneyland and you want to have some sort of, diversity between the two parks, you want to have a different Hatbox Ghost in a different spot, totally okay, totally understandable. Why is he there? I'm quiet because I'm asking you, Imagineering, why is he there? I think a vastly, vastly superior place for the Hatbox Ghost would be in the Grand Hall or the ballroom. Somewhere up there on the balcony, or heck, even next to the old lady. She's nice. Maybe she needs a friend. Maybe she needs a hat. While he's not a Pepper's Ghost animatronic, he would look a lot better. Actually, a Pepper's Ghost Hatbox Ghost would be really, really neat. But if that doesn't work, put him in the graveyard somewhere. I'm sure you could find a spot for him anywhere else. Anywhere else, please? Wait, no, not please. This is a rant video. I'm supposed to be angry. Please find a better no, not please. Disney, if you don't find a better spot for the Hatbox Ghost at Walt Disney World's Haunted Mansion, I might have to get rid of this beautiful statue that I got of the Hatbox Ghost. No, it's not a really good threat. Disney, if you can't find a better spot for the Hatbox Ghost at Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion, I'll just keep riding the Haunted Mansion because it is one of the best rides at Walt Disney World. But I will be angry still. I'll still complain. And I'll still be sad whenever I ride past him in the Endless Hallway scene. I know there is a better future for the Hatbox Ghost somewhere else in the mansion. It's a good threat, right? Very, very disrespectful, very angry threat from me, I think. I think it's fine to admit, maybe Imagineering, you made a mistake. It's totally okay. No one's fault. We're not going to point any fingers and laugh at you. Just move the Hatbox Ghost and we can have a wonderful haunted mansion. Oh yeah, there's one little complaint left. It's in the book here somewhere. Goodness, I can't find. Oh, yep, right here. The last one. Bring back the Disneyland Peoplemover. That's it? That's it. Well, obviously, bring back the Disneyland Peoplemover. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say that. This is Offhand Disney. It's not even really a rant at this point. It's just me requesting in every single video for Disney to bring back the Disneyland Peoplemover. So, not really angry about that. Just sort of a request. Disney, please, bring back the Disneyland Peoplemover. That's all the book says, though. That's all that's in here. Nothing else at all is in here. Don't look in here. But now I turn the question over to you, the viewer. What complaints do you have about the Disney parks? What do you want to rant about so bad that you need to get off your chest when it comes to the parks? Please leave your rants down in the comments below. Let's keep it civilized. Not too civilized, if you know what I mean. We gotta be mean in this video, but civilized, be nice to each other. And now I have to think of something else to rant about, something to finish the video off on. Oh, this might work. This could be something. Can we bring Living with the Land to Disney California Adventure as part of Disneyland Forward? That's a rant, right? I don't know where you'd build it. I don't know where you'd send the food that you grew in Living with the Land. But that's a bad rant. Suppose I could rant to you further in the end card, which is, of course, as always, this way. So why don't we just meet over there? We can talk Living with the Land over there, I suppose. Hey there, everybody! Welcome to the end card for this video. I think I can get another rant out. Let me think here. I'll rant first about my supporters over at patreon.com/offhanddisney. You can see their names right there on the left-hand side of your screen, scrolling past all of the different tiers. You can join their ranks if you want. For even just $1 a month for the white tier, you can become a part of the Offhand Disney Patreon supporters, where you get exclusive early access to videos and exclusive communication channels with me. If that sounds sort of interesting to you, please use the link in the description down below, and even just $1, like I said, helps so much. So a massive thank you to them. However, if you'd rather follow me for free, you can on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All of those websites. I am at Offhand Disney. Just makes it a little bit easier for you to find me. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you're new around here and you want more, I guess, rant videos like this one, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so every time I upload, it'll land right in your sub box. So you can even get a notification if you turn notifications on. I never really talk about turning notifications on, but you can do that. Even if you're already subscribed, you can do that just to get notified the second my video goes live. That's the best chance to interact with me in the comments down below. Here on YouTube, I usually sort of stalk the comments for the first, 20, 30, 40 minutes after a video goes live. But everybody, I think that takes us to the end of this week's video. Thank you all so much, especially the Patreon supporters. You guys are lovely. You guys are awesome. Everybody, I will look forward to seeing you in the next video next week. Goodbye.